Good afternoon, everyone. I will be speaking on tricky limbal strip autograft, a minimal invasive pterygium surgery. The purpose of this technique is to minimize overall surgical time, destruction of the conjunctival tissue, then complication of other technique, and the recurrence rate, and to promote the early healing and to make it cost effective. Before going into detail about the technology, I would like to present my video first. So, after giving the perivalvular anesthesia, the head of the pterygium is avulsed from the corneal surface by pulling it toward the center and sideways. And after removal of the neck of the pterygium from the limbus, just try to cut the thickened portion of the conjunctiva with adjacent tendon tissue, showing tortuous vascularity. All has been cut. Then corneal is smoothened with the help of crescent knife. Then after giving the subconjunctival injection, the conjunctiva is separated from the deeper tissue, and every effort should be made to make the graft thin. Then the graft is harvested, but not forget here to take the limbal area. So just expose the limbal area is very important. After proper exposure of the limbal area, this graft is separated after exposure. If any obvious bleeding is seen here, it can be controlled by direct tamponade. I personally don't use cautery. So this graft is separated from the base. After complete separation, some tissue are attached on the back of the conjunctiva. Try to remove it to make the graft smoothen. Then this graft is rotated and reversed. Taking care of that, the epithelial side should be upside and limbal to limbal orientation. After unfolding of the graft properly and placement at the limbal area, the both edge of the graft is secured at the remaining conjunctiva with the help of corneal forceps. Then at the end, the bare sclera is covered with the remaining conjunctiva. So the added advantage of this technique is we are leaving here the conjunctiva almost towards the normal anatomy. So we can perform the future surgery like trabeculectomy in these patients as we can do in the normal surgery like after SICS. So this is added advantage of this technique. So this is normal looking eye in the superior part. Now with the continuation, we all know what is pterygium, no need of introduction. Now we all know the drawback of the pterygium is recurrences. We usually take place within 6 months. And till date, the gold standard treatment for primary pterygium is pterygium excision with conjunctival autograft. I operated on 158 eyes with primary pterygium, all under perivalvular anesthesia. Now, the question is pterygium troublesome? Of course, yes, if the patient is symptomatic, especially when patient has the special concern of cosmesis. Now, these images showing the pre-op pterygium troubles to post-op cosmetic miracle from pre-op day, intraoperative, then on first post-op day, 7th post-op day, then after the follow-up of 1 month. Now, this is the image of the bi-head pterygium of the same patient. These patients require slightly larger graft to cover the both sides of the limbal area. The first of day, 7th day, and after 1 month. Few more cases showing the limbal strip at the place. When I started this technique, I used to take the slightly broader graft in the first picture. But after few cases, I started to take only limbal strip, and the results are equally good. These are more cases after placement of the strip at the limbal area. These are the images of first post-op day. Then these are 7th post-op day. These are all after 1 month. We can see the healing is quite good. We can see the limbal area is looking healthy. And these are it's a really moment of joy when patient comes after 1 month and showing lots of happiness. We can see the superior conjunctiva which look just like normal. This is the picture. It's a moment of joy especially. We can see in these picture the restriction of the conjunctival growth at the limbal edge of the limbal tissue, edge of the graft. You can see in last two pictures very clearly seen. The growth is restricted on the edge of the graft. So few challenges I faced during the surgery, like thickened graft, buttonholing, small challenges, which can be overcome by a slight modification only. Almost all cases of congestion on first 7th day, but all of it is resolved after the end of the 1 month. And graft edema, I observed when we start the surgery in few cases, but after that, I started the placement of the graft after drying up the base area. After that, I have no edema seen after that. In discussion, the conjunctival autograft with fibrin glue is superior than the conjunctival autograft with suturing, we all know. And the autologous fibrin clot with oozing blood has all the benefits of fibrin glue and suturing with added advantages and without any drawback. In routine conjunctival autograft, in which we need the larger graft to cover the whole the bare area, but in conjunctival limbal strip autograft, minimal destruction of the tonal tissue is there. So this technique has added advantage of plant future surgery like trabeculectomy, which can be performed in these cases as in routine patients due to near normal conjunctival tissue. To conclude, glue-free, sutureless, thin conjunctival or limbal autograft provides all the benefits of conjunctival autograft with suturing, having with extra advantages of the minimal cost and minimal foreign body sensation. All the advantages of conjunctival autograft with fibrin glue, avoiding all the drawbacks. And the conjunctival autograft without suturing, without glue, with added advantage of the minimal tissue destruction, early healing, and without any drawbacks. Now take-home message. The sutureless, glue-free, thin conjunctival limbal autograft using autologous blood is safe over other alternative techniques with early healing and minimal destruction of the tonal conjunctival tissue. So, this technique may be considered a viable alternative for the conjunctival autograft fixation in pterygium surgery without any additional drawback. Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations, Dr. Suman. You really made the whole thing so easy. Your graph is showing the recurrence is very, very small.
Yes.
Can you tell in percentage in long term, what's the rate of recurrence?
What's it?
The rate of recurrence of pterygium.
Nothing, no case will recur after 158 surgeries.
And what is the length of study? In how many years?
1 year.
For 1 year, zero recurrence.
Yes.
That's great.
Actually, we are doing this surgery. Dr. Ravindra from Bangalore, my close friend, he started doing this surgery, this minimal invasive pterygium surgery last 7-8 years back. When I visited his place in a conference that they were doing live surgery, I saw it. So advantage, she has very rightly thought, because we see the pterygium surgery operated by somebody else, come to us, we have to do trabeculectomy. We have to find out where we have to do trabeculectomy, from where they are giving the graft. When we start taking the graft, we find it is adherent. So we thought, so that is very good. Recurrence is important, sir, because we have to stop pterygium coming to the cornea only.
Yes.
So once we have some barrier there, so it will help us. Because whatever graft we give in 3 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter, 8, aim is ultimately to pterygium should not reach the cornea. When you have made a barrier may be small. अभी हम लोग आते हैं होटल के आगे वो बैरियर लगाया ना, उससे बड़ी पतला बैरियर लेकर रुक तो गए हम. That the barrier उठ जाता, we cannot enter inside. So barrier, this barrier, small, bigger, doesn't matter. Barrier is barrier, it will not help.
Very true.
We have not recurrence, we have almost do 6-7 years, we have not no recurrence till now. Rarely recurrence in every case even do bigger stabilization. But when you do bilateral, both sides, then what you do?
Sir, we'll take a larger graft on the superior area, try to cover the whole area. Sir,
Like Maharajas may length will remain same, but you have to take.
Sir, in one case I did the pieces of the graft and put.
So when we take just a long graft, but now what I have started doing it, I take graft from the lower. We have to take both sides. We don't go to the other eye, but one graft from upper and one graft from the lower part of the 6 o'clock, because we have to take very minimal invasive. Increasing the length of the graft, we take it from the 2 small graft. Thank you very much, sir.
In one case, I did the piecemeal.
You can do the
Ten
piecemeal.
cases, 5 and 5.
You can. Sometimes the piecemeal do not have the cosmetic effect, because sometimes we retract and sometimes effect we have some issue.
Sir, in one case, very wonderful.
That's good.
Physically, it was good.
You are lucky. You are lucky to have.